Look, I get it. This isn't just a house. It's the place where you grew up, maybe. Maybe there's tons of memories from family get togethers. The point is, emotions don't pay a mortgage. And before you decide to sell, rent, or just hold on and wait to the home that you inherited, there are three important numbers that you need to be aware of before you do anything else. I've heard it tons of times. People think that there's three options when they inherit a home. Usually it's let's turn it into a rental, let's sell it, or let's hold on to it and someone will move into it. There's realities of those different situations that play out differently for everyone. So it's important to understand the entire process, what your options are, and how it affects your situation. Because although you can talk to your friends or maybe a coworker tells you something at the water cooler and it sounds like a good idea, it may not actually make sense for your situation. Let's take a look at renting out a house. If you rent out a home, I've heard everything from this is a way to keep our family's memory alive with the home. This is a way to make some passive income. I already own a house and I want to create some sort of extra income for me and my family. Maybe this could pay for my kids' college. Maybe it could start paying for vacation so we could finally catch a break. There are so many different situations where, on the surface, renting it makes a lot of sense. Now, when you look at a rental, you don't want to just look at how much you could rent it for. You also want to look at the value of the home. Now, you may wonder, hey, Scott, why does this make a difference? It makes a difference because when you're just looking at like, oh, well, I get 5,000 a month for rent on this home. That's amazing. That could do this, that, or the other thing. It is important to take a look at how much the home's worth, how much value is actually yours. So if there's a mortgage or not, or what that looks like, and have that discussion with your financial advisor of, does this actually make sense? Am I just looking at $5,000 or could that money actually do something more for me invested somewhere else? It's also important to keep in mind that oftentimes when properties are inherited, especially in the situation where someone lived there for many, many years, there's deferred maintenance that comes along with it. And even if you take care of a few things, an older property that's had some deferred maintenance, it's more likely that you're going to have unexpected expenses, repairs, and maintenance items like that. You don't just look at the mortgage that you have on the property, you need to look at updated insurance, and there are a whole host of holding costs. You also want to look at what projections could look like in 5, 10 years, as far as what rent could be coming in, what the break even point is, if there is a mortgage or if you have to invest money to get the home rent ready. And if that sounds like a lot, you're not sure how to do it all, that's exactly why we have the inherited home strategy session. We'll go through all of those items so that you make sure you're leaving fully aware of everything you need to consider. You'll have it laid out how each option affects your situation so that you can discuss with your family members or your loved ones or the other people involved in the decision. And even if you're uncertain, you can take this information to your tax advisor, your financial advisor, or your estate planning attorney and have them help you in the decision process. You'll come armed after our meeting with a ton of great information that can help you and your advisors make a great decision for you. Now, the other option is just taking a clean break. Sometimes you got to look at like what's it worth, the drama renting it, the opportunity renting it, the cost of just selling it and what you'd walk away with. It's important to look at a lot of things and it's important to look at all the elements holistically. What happens if you inherit a home with your spouse and then your spouse has a sibling that maybe someone's not gotten along the best, but all of a sudden you want to rent the home out together? That means that anytime you need to make a decision on what to fix, if something should be fixed, if something's expensive, or who's paying for that repair, all creates an opportunity for all of those disagreements to manifest once again. Sometimes a clean break is the best situation. And the thing that a lot of people don't really think about with the clean breaks is sometimes there are people that I speak with that they feel the only opportunity for them to own a home is to move into the home that they inherited, take advantage of Prop 19 so that they can get a better property tax break. But then they don't look at how this looks and affects their life years down the road. Maybe you can afford it now, but what about rising insurance costs? What about maintenance? I've seen so many people that have inherited homes years ago, moved into it for sentimental reasons, and thought that this was the best thing to do. But then it turns out that they can't maintain the home. They can't continue to pay the bills. And in those situations, sometimes there are options that would surprise you that you could do to still afford a place to live, step into home ownership, and protect your future. So sometimes the clean break is actually a blessing in disguise. And let's talk about that third option. What if you just want to move into it or hold on to it? You can't deal with it yet. You want to move in because it's a great home that you love, all of that stuff. Truthfully, I'm not going to stop you from that. And if you still want to take an inherited home strategy session, which is completely free and only takes about half an hour, and you walk away from it going, you know what, Scott, I think I want to move into it. If that's what makes sense, that's what makes sense in the moment. And I'm more than happy to help you figure that out. It's really important whenever you're looking at any of these decisions to look at everything, to see all the possible outcomes that you could potentially see. And there are often hidden opportunities when people inherit homes that can open the doors to incredible futures for them. It's one of the things that I have really liked working with people on. When I lost my parents, there were some choices that I made that were kind of difficult and made things harder on myself. Through that, I learned different ways that you could handle this, what information could have been presented to me that would have helped me in my decision making early on so it didn't take years of trying to figure this out on my own. And I also figured out through the relationships that I developed later on what the professionals that you should be surrounding yourself with, like the estate planning attorney if you're going through probate, the CPA doing your taxes, or the financial advisor, if you have one, needs to help support you in making the best decision for you. The inherited home strategy session is not about selling your house. It's about empowering you to make the best decision possible. And if you're not there yet, we do have an inherited home playbook that's a free download available on our website, sellitscott.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. We hope this has been helpful.